I wish to know who was responsible for last night's outrage.
Huawei Show. Huawei Show.
These my dear sir,
To be there in the worst moments, to prevent the downward spiral, it's no surprise really that even just the thought of you went viral. Because to know you is to remember you. Trust me, the opposite I've tried. I told people how great you are. I really should have lied. Because now it's all different. We're just a spark that burned out. Now you're just something else that me and my therapist talk about. I look back at that time now, how I could have felt that way. Because I've always been so afraid of speaking, but about you I easily vocalized only the prettiest words I could say. And they all had your crooked smile, they all had your pretty voice. I immortalized your energy because you became my first choice.
Mare, see, I will understanding your picture, yena emo pizza hore. Emo pizza ta kai.
Oh no, ratakalo wane kapale, se chama samu dino, se ratakati. Amen. Re kopantse ki modimo gore re tlefela re mo lebo re modimo ka letsatsi le le kgethegile ga o lebo ga more. Hallelujah. So, dibito ya ga Christian Meg, program director ki modimo go gola from Family Bible Life Ministry. Utlwa mantswe fela a tswa molong wa me. Tlola tse ngata modimo about me. Go buile tse ngata ka nna lefatsheng la kagiso, ba mfile mabitso a mangata. But today modimo utlwa mantswe a tswa molong wa me. Utlwe le yone thapelo ya me. Mantswe a nang gopotsa buka nngwe ya 2 Kings chapter 7 verse number 3. Una le banna ba le bane ba le pela one day ba rana ba re teamwork. I want to speak about the work at teamwork and group. These 4 leprosy guys, Banabaduti Tulongwe, Koronya Moto Assyria. Banele, Banabala Kibatu, Bantuka Moti, Babele, Mo by exposition Temorabona, Banabulati by leprosy. But one day, Banabana, but for Batu had to conquer Hamoti. In Karikabana, it was a praise, more one and welcome to Kahiso. Banabo, Babele Mo, who Mandamaya Kamoti. But one day, Banana by 4. Banana by 2, Harsana group Yabatu. But Cecily 4 failure. Banana by Arikan Kamut. Habari Bulaya, Recaswa, Habari Fadisho, Little Recaja. Then Tulamutimu by Kena Campia Syria. Bible when they reach the edge of the camp of Syria. Bible Masole, le Kosia Syria, but hey, who be Arsabe? But Israel Barashasela. But some sort of Banna Baleba, Nebanaba radio off Masishabi. Banna Banabama for the Mutimu, but Kanaka Campe Syria, Masole Assyria, but Koala Campe Zabore, but Koala Lizio Zabore, Yaraba Fika, yo, Ratana tolerate the Kalsadi bone. Ngalikia wana mwana clear free kids and chisiana out here Kim Sowana is Stuga after someone in the game. Mama Thomas Kola and Kim Sowana is a Tony Kola in. Hallelujah. But Kanaka, how somebody Mutimo on a different step.
But you know what? The approaches that we're using, obviously, they one-minded. They're isolated. I can't repeat that I'm reading your girl, your boy. And the Balahoki, one more to also have your next door neighbor. So the theme here today is about removing the stigma that's associated with substance abusers. So we are removing the stigma associated with substance abusers. Again, you can't help or heal something that you don't know. So today, Kibona the guests today. Kibona our special guests, our honored guests. Come nearer to us. Speak to us so we can help you. Tell us what we don't know. Speak to us about your deepest fears. Tell us why you are doing this and because we are all neighbors. We are brothers, we are sisters. We're not going to pretend as though drugs or stranger. No, it could be me, it could be her, it could be Kos. So today we are surrounded by these privileged people, and guests feel extra special because this day is about them. And throughout this initiative, we are working for a program with ultimate solutions. We're not looking just today for and then they go home. No. We are saying come closer. We're going to go with you hand in hand, step by step. Should you want to go to rehab, we will sign you up. We're organized today. We have medical people to help us. We have counselors. We have everybody that's standing together saying, come closer. Let's hold your hand so we can help you through this journey.
Early intervention, preventing it for the drugs. We know that recently they have escalated to an extent even Banabako primary are now being used as mules to distribute drugs. Baba Roma wana pakela before school ngurumiwa utsa package from hostel or wherever where the drug lords are, and then at my I dropper because they know that we cannot think for one can carry drugs. And also cause by user body shadow and say crystal meth. It's so right. Last time we were going a 14-year-old girl who used a crystal in a way to school, and she's so young and beautiful, So we're trying to help, to do our best to make sure that we eliminate or get rid completely of these drugs, by giving them information to know the danger of using these drugs. Sometimes by user without knowledge. And why do South Africa allow to rekisa ndi cigarette or alcohol I mean it's markets. And they need 1 rand. So I need a 1 rand. The one who manufactures that body cigar doesn't give out that information. At the end of the day, our brothers and sisters, they just take and smoke. People who are heartless or banally that thing they don't care what you smoke, what they put inside. They take chemicals because someone never said the color had it changed. They are telling you for the inside your organs are being affected or there is an infection. It develops more intestine, and in order for you to override, you need for detox. So in that I was just brief. I'm going to ask Abu Tubiganyo to tell us the rehab process because if I can tell you about all the drugs and the danger, the effect in the body, what it contains, I can take the whole day. But then I wanna do fella just that brief because each and every in a drug marijuana or dacha, the box matches. They will tell you that's nothing, but you will see how you destroy yourself. But now I want Abu to be how do you work from how would I go our center, go our clinic, what is gonna happen, and then how best can they help in terms of that?
I think really matter. And it's so most of the time I start a process, we start a more social work department. So the outpatient program, there for 6 weeks. For 6 weeks. Normally outpatient. Then for those who don't know, but I would run now. So how old like 6 weeks? So we once a week. Again, first time you want to run the sessions the social work. once o le ready, because re feel hore outpatient program ke a preparang again to check if o setse o ikemiseditse na, because some of our clients they come because ba tshaba ko community again ba batla ba shapa again, so ba tla because of community, ba bang ba tla because ba ba ko ntlong ha ba sa ba batla, understand. So now ra ba prepare hore they should know hore ga ba tsena mo processing go tloetsa galang. And then once you fella 6 weeks program ya rona, that's when ba tloya for inpatient. As soon as space is set, then buy for inpatient. Lona ki 6 weeks. E o dula 24/7 for 6 weeks go rehab. And then arena age restriction. So renka all ages. For umunyane umokana ang umotona ra go admit. Because again na letse re berekisana le tsona go rona wes wiki 18 to 35. But then we do refer ba bang go di rehab tse leng gore banka di age kaofela. And then also re na le aftercare. Once o tswa rehab, and then wa kere now for long term it's about wena motho o tlileng. A ke re tswa go wena for long term gore wena o continue o le sober ke ya gago eo. That's where the tabani aftercare normally ke for 3 months. Should o batle go ya more, you can. And then re teng ka di Tuesdays and Thursday re na le bo abutkenny o ka emela ba go bone ba ka mola le bone ba ka emela ba ileng gore ba sa mo 3 after rehab ba feel gore I can't go back again, because same people, same environment, they go to and go 10 years. But then the process ba go lontotse I saw gore ga o tla go Westview today, like I had a guy mo ka montle a ke tlo kena. So I complain I go Westview utlotla, but then how great to so go bofelo. Because can explain now, you know what? I can't take a process. Once I outla today, don't expect for outla today, and then how feel today when also so batla ho admit you. Same time you go inpatient, of which is highly impossible. I get a number and a the waiting period also. I get it. O create bamba sense ba leteng ha kona space. So ke tsona ntho tse no dite. But rona re zama o thusa hore at least wena now you know hore wa prepare go ba ready for go ya rehab again. Yeah, and officer rona I think ba sa itse emo after police station. I get a hona le crèche ya ECD. So hona le multi-purpose center ka mo social development, the age ya tsaba khekolo, and then the drop-in center le rona re teng ka mo. Yeah, I think I've covered Sarona. Okay.
So,
Yes.
just a quick one. So, say somebody is going to rehab, not by you guys specifically, and then you can try, besides even relapsing, after KLN, how does it help?
I get it, I would I think Ota.
What do they do after that, Then they will become a relapse. I mean, I've seen now you've got guys that are actually now, as you said, they've stopped.
And the reason why Kilobua is because I'm not going to talk to the affected. I'm not going to talk to them. I'm not going to talk to those that we have given labels. And I'm not going to talk to them. And I will even try to avoid to talk to us, not to them. It is because anywhere how no kamuntu, the person who is going to say come in, ke motho o tsogileng ga so robetseng. So how tsena muntu o bua le motho o tsogileng ke se motho o robetseng. So it gives the responsibility, or it leaves the responsibility on us, not mo bathong ba ba robetseng. So when things are not going right, it's not them, it's us. Rona re na le tendency ya go tswa very easy in situations and say ke bonyaope ke batho ba di drugs who are doing this. It's not true. It is us ba re tsogileng. Okay, so let's talk about ourselves. Gore ga o tsena in any situation, o bo kry-a motho o unconscious. The responsibility ya go tsosa motho o unconscious ke motho o conscious. So rona as society also can tlogela gore one ya lona o tla dumela gore ke monyane because I still have a journey. When things are difficult, it is those baba roleng bojwala, it is those baba jali drugs, it is all of them. It's not us. We move away from that situation ya responsibility. That's the nature ya batho ba ba tsogile. Nature ya batho ba ba tsogile. So ga go senyiwa, it's not true gore ke batho ba ba robetseng ba be ditseng gore go senyiwa. Rona the first question re botsa gore kante le robala yang ga gone o botsang gore ke mang o na tsogile. If you can and rape her son and ene ke a friend to a wife and ke a family friend, it affects you, each and every one of us. So it's not a Nyaupe problem. Let it be a South African problem so that we can deal with it. Or let's forget about dealing with it. They are running clinics or a clinic and they say honale a situation whereby they have to stay for 4 or 5 weeks be metse space gore se bulege because a gona go baka admitang some of the people koteng ele very urgent cases maybe in some instances. Rona, what do? All the places are locked. Re tswalla bonyao beka kwantle. Mogaetso, what will happen if each and every church mo Kagiso e ka rana a rehabilitation program? Aberere from Monday to Saturday, this church elebeletse this issue kafa. Batho ba ba 7 and they divide them. They say, now I'm responsible for that section to go and give direction to that section. Now I'm that section, now I'm that section. Then we are able to deal with that in a practical way. Not to pray on Sunday and close the church. It's not them. It is us who are up, who are doing all this. So never point a finger to anybody. Never point a finger to anybody and blame that person when you fully aware or when you are fully.
So basically, into ke tlang go itlhalosa mo ke gore kelello yaka khale ina le bo addictive, you know, even le gona ka dilo tsa batho ba batona because mo ka se re golala mo yone we are being exposed go golala mo japeng na le mikhukhu e baya a o feta o lo tsholla metso a utlwa sound you get interested lo shapela fast wa mamela da kelelwa ka go tshosala e senyega ke le ntwana, you know. And le ga ke ntse ke gola there was so much resentment because there were so much spiritual things that were happening to me tseno gore ne ke se awe ka tsone, you know, like losing my parents at an early age. I didn't know by then for it can affect in the long run that thing, but it had an effect. It built up a resentment, you know. And then being an envious person, you know, how to talk. Every time Camilo had me the coco. Every time it's a ball of Camilo had me the coco. We took a trap up high scale, how na on a Camilo had me. Like everything, Jake struggle. So that thing. Look, develop a mona. There were so many character defects that were developing inside of me when I was still growing up. By then, they get so to be zolo, they get so to be next, but there were these attitudes they negative develop against the and believe it or not, I was very brilliant at school. But they get so focused to go scale. At the age of 80, I knew how to steal shoes, school shoes, you know. Like every time in the class, like, okay, teacher, fine, you know, but now, so that thing, slowly but surely, it derailed from focusing on my schoolwork, you know. And the disease of addiction, as they always say, is very cunning. When I first to reach up puberty age, you know, I'm sitting next to my friend there. I'm thinking of the throwbacks. I remember I last in the 6 in the group to Master AC and the Gilagaja shelter school fees, and then I get mo blind. And that thing ilan lilela hore ke bank di class ka itola kone ke le go teng ke thola majita bankauza, you know, and that feeling was one hell of an amazing feeling, you know. Ya honkauza fellas all. Like I can't forget that day. It was 1999. I was 14 years old, and that was the most amazing feeling ever. So that feeling I get told, no man, ki feel sharp, ki drift away from the emotions taking things he do. So I start with that. Kankauza. And as far as I can remember, my life has always been dominated by fear. Saba mistress Khaliku to Saba hot toilet, you know, we total am classing, you know. Machitaba bantiza abampona le ka lunch ke that thing. Di man since 698. What but ha ke gola ka realize ne ke tshaba go kopa mem go toilet. You know, that thing ilang causetsa fear. Ne ke tshaba, like I was very fearful, you know. In mode ke tshaba go approach a like ente ka molaika ma ke montsho I like ba vete fela ke wa go thabiso, you know, go raborifi and stuff like that, like you know ke tse modilong. Like I used to be not content with myself, you know. So when I started smoking all those things, I was trying to cover everything against experience and the disease was progressive in a sense. I started losing interest in the book and company. And as I said, my life has been dominated by fear. Why? Because of a sense of belonging. So when I get it even went to an extent because of machita you know, just to experience that. And before I know it, I wanted to quit school, you know. And then I remember one of these days, my mom will promote you to the next level, you know, because Neki faced a great level, you know. During the exam time, grade 12. So and then everybody yeah, and now Benz Baba driver the Benz Katsaba ka dikiatsa exam center hora go no kwala you know, that's the attitude an addict, you know. I know hore na ke mo training e tlo thulang, so ke batla everybody a thula. I just want to take everybody along. So the main purpose ke trying to explain go hore kelelo aka ne like khalele fucked up, you know. So I went on to quit school, and then ka tsena mo journey ya entrepreneurship ka paisa go sonapo ka stand there. I didn't know by then hore it on nan to compete by then because when I thought hore e ke batla business e tloetsang hore ke khone ke buy le kota every day, you know. That was my plan. Kante little did I know hore ke plan something se le hore se tlo mpidisa in the long run. And with everything that was happening, fast forward ke thola spani life ya change, ke thola investment 3 million out of the blue, you know. And by then everything it happened like a miracle because negi paisetsa minoto. I'll tell you I'm young approacher antsenya go that program ka ithola se ke le monyuko ka move senteng life e change ke tswa go zozo mpe understand ithola se ke diploma go Hyde Park every time a ke kena go flateng ke diploma go gate pula ke philidi like every day like I believe go get your iPhone like everything in it hala ke believe. So that thing neng overwhelm my sense gore I will combine a lady way to go tsenka thing. I wanted to prove so much. I'm gonna losing focus of everything. And before I knew it, I met this slay queen, you know. Because I used to hold to the drugs. And Tenya mo to the drugs. And then young, you know, not the drugs had young seniors are now, but didn't she said it's applied within a year, how so like, you know, like within a year, because everything it is something, let's have like within a year, had you had a little dragging, like, I did you know, but Ngasimo blame me, I just managed to forgive her along the way.
Ashes, dreams lying around like dead corpses, hope hanged on a tree, love burned on the streets, fear dominated our minds, blinded our eyes and shuttered our mouths. I still hear the cries of my dear brothers and sisters, like a siren of this bastard police stealing our last mustard seed of faith we had, leaving us with nothing but growing hate. Segregated and excluded we were, because our skin color blended too much with this night sky, my friends. Let me take you back to those days when days felt like days. I just wonder what happened to those days, because truth has not been told, and our history still goes unknown. See, a tree stands because it's held by its roots. So how are we free if our roots have been cut down from us? How can we bear to provide good fruits? See, the world has blinded us with its myths, and lies have now paved our lives. I just wonder where we are going, because it seems like we're in the dark just like our skin, treated as if not human but animals waiting to be slaughtered. It hurts. It really hurts. For apartheid has really set us apart from our souls, our spirits, our roots, our homes. Mandla, I wonder what you please come back home. Amandla, Amandla, the streets have swallowed our children, keeping them underground. We have to be the ones put in chains, but this time they've made it different. They've penetrated our brains, leaving us in a psychotic state, colonizing our minds, making it hard to find our long walk to freedom. The freedom that has been dished out to us has been cooked with lies, filling us with slavery all over again.